Welcome all. Myself, Dr. Dinesh Navle. So in this discussion, we are going to be see mainly about the IUPAC nomenclature in detail. IUPAC nomenclature of the carboxylic acid. So before going for the rules for the IUPAC nomenclature for the carboxylic acid, let's see what is the IUPAC. So IUPAC stand for what? It is the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this IUPAC is the international organization which has set up some of the rule while giving some of the nomenclature to the compound. So before going for the rules for the IUPAC nomenclature, let's see the four terminologies which are very important while giving the IUPAC nomenclature for any of the organic compound. So one is the suffix, parent hydrocarbon, locant and the prefix. So suffix is nothing but the principal functional group. We should be aware which is the principal functional groups are present inside a molecule. Suppose in this case or the today discussion we are going to be see suffix will be the carboxylic acid which is going to become as the principal functional group. The second one is the parent hydrocarbon. So this is nothing but it is the longest possible carbon chain which are present inside a molecule, and locant will be the location of the principal functional group. That means at what position a principal functional group like in this case carboxylic acid are going to be situated. And the fourth one is the prefix. Prefix is nothing but it is the substituent. What is the substituent? Whether it is methyl, ethyl, chloro, bromo, or what are the different substituents which are going to be present on that longest possible carbon chain. So that's why suffix, parent hydrocarbon, locant and the prefix are the four important terminologies which are going to be considered while giving the IUPAC nomenclature of any of the organic compound. So before going for the IUPAC nomenclature of the carboxylic acid, let's see what are the general IUPAC rule which are normally going to be utilized for giving the IUPAC nomenclature of all the organic compound. So first rule is what? Choose the longest possible carbon chain which is going to become as the basis for the nomenclature. The second rule is what? Number each carbon atom in a basic chain in such a way that a principal functional group should be given as the lowest possible number. So that means a principal functional group should be given as the lowest possible number. So that means whenever we are going to be start the nomenclature for the carboxylic acid, that carboxylic acid should be given as the lowest possible number and first group attached to the main chain substituent. Then for each substituent on the chain we indicate the position, so that if any substituent which are going to be present onto the longest possible carbon chain, we have to position that particularly substituent by giving the Arabic number, that is 1, 2, 3 etc. Now the fourth rule is the position of the substituent of the chain is indicated by the lowest possible number. That is very much important. The fifth rule is what? When there are more than two substituents but which are the same substituents are present, that time we have to utilize some of the prefixes like di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa for the number of substituents more than one, and when they are like two or the three substituent but they are the similar kind of the substituent, then utilize these prefixes as di, tri, tetra etc. The next rule is what? The combined substituent numbers and name serve as a prefix for the basic hydrocarbon. So number and name will become as the prefix for that particularly nomenclature. Separate the numbers from numbers by commas and numbers from the words by the hyphens. That is an important rule. We have to always utilize the alphabetical order when there are the multiple substituents are present. And the next rule is what? Words are run together. That means during the IUPAC nomenclature the words are run together. There should not be any space between the two words. So now come toward the rules for the IUPAC nomenclature for the carboxylic acid. So whatever the rule which you have discussed right now, all these are some of the basic rule which are going to be utilized for the IUPAC nomenclature. So let's see what are the rules. Now it is derived from the open chain alkane. So this is called as what? RCOH is the functional group of the carboxylic acid. Then basic functional group will be the COH, and suffix will be utilized as the oic acid, that means OIC acid. So in case of the suffix E of the alkane will be replaced by oic acid. So IUPAC nomenclature is going to become as the alkanoic acid. IUPAC nomenclature is going to become as what? Suffix will be the alkanoic acid. So that means COH group is there, which is going to be replaced as the oic acid. And the carboxylic acid carbon is attached to the C1. So that means numbering itself to be start from the carboxylic acid carbon. So carbon number 1 should be given to the carboxylic acid carbon. And this is the alkanoic acid. So will be the basic nomenclature for any of the carboxylic acid. So the rule. So during IUPAC nomenclature, E of the alkane will be replaced by oic acid, and it is going to become what then? Alkanoic acid, like this. So it is the alkane, E of the alkane will be replaced by oic acid. So IUPAC nomenclature of any carboxylic acid is going to become as alkanoic acid. Now for the first molecule, we have to choose the longest possible carbon chain with carboxylic acid will be given as the number 1 always. So this is going to be start from this carboxylic acid, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are total 4 carbon atoms are there. So it is going to become as the butane. But E of the alkane will be replaced by oic acid. So it is going to become as the butanoic acid, or which is also called as what? Butyric acid. The second structure is there. 3 carbon atoms are there. So our basic carbon atom chain will be the propane, and E will be replaced by oic acid. So IUPAC nomenclature is going to become as the propanoic acid. So the next molecule is there. Although there is a presence of the multiple substituents are there, but the numbering should be start always from the carboxylic acid carbon. So it is carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a hexane as the parent hydrocarbon. So if it is a hexane, E will be replaced by oic acid. So it is going to become as the hexanoic acid. And there are 3 methyl groups are present at the substituent, with 2 methyl group at carbon number 3 and 1 methyl group is at carbon number 4. So these are the same kind of the substituent. So it is going to become as what? For 3 methyl, it is a trimethyl. So it is going to become as what? 3, 3, 4 trimethyl hexanoic acid. Because in this nomenclature we have to see that 2 numbers has been separated by comma, and numbers and word has to be separated by the hyphen. So IUPAC nomenclature is going to become 3, 3, 4 trimethyl hexanoic acid. So for this we have to give the number 1 to the carboxylic acid carbon. So it is carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a hexane. So it is going to become a hexanoic acid. And methyl is a substituent at carbon number 4. So it is a 4 methyl hexanoic acid will be the IUPAC nomenclature of this compound. So the next structure is there. We have to always give the lowest possible number to the functional group. So carboxylic acid we are going to be start number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atom. So hexanoic acid. And 2 substituents are present which are methyl at carbon number 4 and carbon number 5. So we are going to be mentioning it as a 4, 5 dimethyl. That di should be utilized as the prefix. So it is a 4, 5 dimethyl hexanoic acid is the nomenclature. So this is again 2 carbon atoms are present. So it is a carbon 1 and carbon 2. So it is a ethane, and E of the alkane will be replaced by oic acid. So it is going to become ethanoic acid. Again there is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. 3 carbon atoms are there. Numbering will be start from the carboxylic acid carbon. So it is going to become as the propanoic acid. Propanoic acid will be the nomenclature. Now again it is carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is a butanoic acid. And there is a methyl substituent at carbon number 3. So it is a 3-methyl butanoic acid. Now carboxylic acid group bonded to the ring always utilize the carboxylic acid is used. So that means it is like cycloalkane carboxylic acid. So in case of the IUPAC nomenclature, when carboxylic acid group is bonded to the ring, that time carboxylic acid word is going to be utilized as the suffix. So it is going to become as cycloalkane carboxylic acid. So this is what we have to see, the what is the number. So it is a 5-member ring is there. So it is a cyclopentane, and we have to utilize the carboxylic acid word. So it is a cyclopentane carboxylic acid. So carboxylic acid word has been utilized as it is as the suffix. The next is what? It is a 6-member ring is there. So it is a cyclohexane carboxylic acid, and there is a 2 substituents are there. One is ethyl, one is methyl. As per alphabetical order, we are going to be start numbering from the clockwise. So it is 1, 2, 3. In case of the ring, we have to give the numbering to the carbon atom of the ring at which a carboxylic acid group is joined or the bonded. So it will become as, this carbon will become as the carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Ethyl is the substituent at carbon number 3, and methyl is the substituent at carbon number 5. So for this nomenclature, we have to utilize the alphabetical order. So E come first, then M. So it is a 3 ethyl, 5 methyl cyclohexane carboxylic acid. When COH group is bonded to ring, the carboxylic acid is going to be utilized as a suffix. So it is a 5-member ring. So it is going to become a cyclopentane, and suffix as it is as a carboxylic acid. So it is a cyclopentane carboxylic acid. Next one is what? It is the same cyclopentane carboxylic acid is there, but there is a methyl as a substituent. Numbering will be start from this carbon atom to which carboxylic acid group is bonded. So it is carbon 1 and carbon 2. So it is a 2-methyl cyclopentane carboxylic acid. So there I have written it that is a gap, but there should not be the gap between the names and the number. So the next is what? It is a 6-member ring. So it is going to become as a cyclohexane carboxylic acid. So IUPAC nomenclature for the dicarboxylic acid, that means a single compound contain 2 carboxylic acid functional group. That time we have to utilize the alkane word as it is, and then dioic acid. So it is a alkane dioic acid, that means alkane dioic acid. So we have to utilize the corresponding alkane, and then we have to utilize the suffix as the dioic acid. So IUPAC nomenclature of this is going to become, we have to give the number to the carboxylic acid carbon. So it is carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there. So it is a butane dioic acid. ANE will be as it is, and the position of the acid is carbon number 1 and carbon number 4. So it is going to become as the butane 1,4 dioic acid. Numbers should be separated each other by the comma, and numbers and words should be separated by the hyphen. Second, there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atom is there. So it is a pentane dioic acid, but the position of the carboxylic acid is carbon number 1 and 5. So it is going to become as the pentane 1,5 dioic acid. Now we have the another one. So cyclohexane will be the as it is. Dicarboxylic acid is going to be utilized as the word. So it is going to be what? Cyclohexane 1,3 dicarboxylic acid, because although there is a 2 acid are there, but for cyclic compound we have to utilize the carboxylic acid as the suffix. So it is going to become a cyclohexane dicarboxylic acid with carbon number 1 and 3 will be the position for carboxylic acid. So it is a cyclohexane 1,3 dicarboxylic acid. So during this discussion we have seen about what are the carboxylic acid, what are the general rules for the IUPAC nomenclature of any organic compound, and for IUPAC nomenclature of the carboxylic acid, E of the alkane will be replaced by oic acid as the suffix. We have also seen for the cyclic carboxylic acid, that means carboxylic acid has been substituted or bonded to the cyclic ring. So in that case we have to utilize the carboxylic acid word as it is the suffix. So it is going to become as the cycloalkane carboxylic acid. In case of the dicarboxylic acid, it is going to become as the dioic acid with the numbering of the diacid group. So if you like the content of this video, you can share this video as well as you can subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.